Something I need us all to understand from the outset of this video is that I am feeling very fragile today. I don't know what's wrong with me, but the entire month of April I've just been so sick and I just can't seem to bounce back from it. So apologies for not posting last week. I am gathering up every fibre of my being to sit down and film this video today because it's a Project Pan update and I can't not put out a Project Pan update. We need to know what's going on with the trash. For those of you who are new, hi, my name is Amy Rebecca. I'm your internet bestie for all things personal development, intentional living and dream chasing. We get together to do Project Pan updates once a month here as part of my ongoing big makeup use up challenge that I actually started back in 2020. The idea was to use up this ridiculous hoard of cosmetics items that I had from just overconsumption. I genuinely thought that by the end of that year I would have used everything up. And yet here we are. It's 2024 and we're still going strong. There are 18 products that I am specifically focusing on as part of my 2024 Project Pan challenge. I'm not giving monthly updates on every single one of them just because I'm not consistently using all of them every single month. I know I should be, but I'm not. So we're just going to talk through the products that I have been using over the last month and see the progress that I've made. Let's start with the Garnier Summer Body. This is a self-tanner slash body moisturizer. And I really did think that I was going to use up this whole thing in April, but like I spent a lot of time in bed. I've been so sick. One does not need fake tan to like wander around the house in an oversized dressing gown like some kind of germy Miss Havisham. There is some progress in this, but it's not huge. I went from 255 grams to 238 grams, so a total change of 17 grams, which isn't wonderful. Okay, next month I'm coming for you personally. Next we have the ridiculously large Ashton & Moore Peony and Rose Exfoliating Body Scrub. Ooh! Oh my gosh, imagine dropping something that heavy on my MacBook. That would be the end. Although it's not as heavy as it once was. It was like the weight of a small child when I first started using this thing. So this is where we were at the end of last month and now we are down here. So it's pretty consistent usage. I went from 636 grams to 501 grams, which is a total change of 135 grams. At this rate, I should be able to use it up within the next 3 months. Like, it's slow progress, but it was always going to be. I mean, look at the size of this. It's bigger than my head. Next, I'm going to give you an update on my black eyeshadow single. Now, this is a product that I use pretty much every day. I use it instead of eyeliner, but I didn't check in with this last month. And I don't know if I checked in February, actually. Just because the change is so minuscule, you really can't see it. I expected a little bit more. Exact same thing with this brown eyeshadow single. I haven't been using this one every day, but I have been trying to lean into using this more this month. Not a great month in general because I wasn't putting on a lot of makeup. I was spending a lot of time just like watching Netflix in bed. But when I have been wearing makeup, I have been reaching for this one. So I expected to see a little bit of change and I don't see anything. Next we have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlight in Blossom Glow. Do you see a change here? I mean, I don't see a change. And again, I know I'm repeating myself. I'm starting to sound like the family parrot, but I have not been wearing makeup every day this month, but I did still expect to see some change, especially because I've started to get a little bit more tactical with my powder products because I am a little bit unhinged and Project Pan is a far bigger part of my life emotionally and spiritually than it probably should be. I live for this trash. Anyway, the competitive nature in me and just my desire to see the pan grow means that now I am being very tactical. So when I'm applying my highlight, whereas before I would just kind of dip my brush in willy-nilly, now, no, I'm focusing it on this little part at the bottom because I want to wear away right down to the edge of the pan. Do I sound crazy? I think so. I think this is like, go out and get a hobby maybe. But yeah, for that reason I did expect to see a bigger difference because I've been really thinking about it. Next, let's talk about the Revolution Mega Bronzer in number 1 Cool. I do see a little bit of difference in this one. Maybe it's just I'm clutching at straws. I don't know. I swear in the past when I've done powder products, the pan always felt like it was growing a lot quicker than it is with any of these powder products that I'm using this year. And I don't know what that's about. I don't know if I'm just misremembering. It feels like every month I'm making like no progress. Okay, next we have the NYX blush in Pinched. No change, by the way, in the weight of any of these powder products. I know. And look, I did something this month with the blush. I genuinely thought at the start of this year when I brought this blush into the Project Pan Challenge that it was almost panned. I feel like I've been using it forever, and when you look, can you see like quite a lot has been used up? I started to get a little bit frustrated and I started to get a little bit antsy about it. I just needed to know how much longer before I hit pan. So I got like a little stick and I poked it down to the pan and realized I am nowhere near close to finishing this. At this rate, it's going to take me like 3 years. Seriously, I don't know if you can see that. See how deep that is? Excellent value for money. I don't think they even make this blush anymore, but wow, that is a lot of product. Anyway, that's all the powder makeup products out of the way, and those tend to be the ones that give me the most grief. Moving on, I do actually have some good news when it comes to the single-use face masks. At the end of last month, I had 3 single-use face masks left, and now I am just down to 2. I have the Superdrug Super Fruits face mask, and I have this PS Prep and Perfect Illuminating Priming Sheet Mask. I mean, the good thing about this one is that it is going to be truly single use. It's one and done. Whereas with these little sachets from Superdrug, I can get 3 or 4 applications out of these because there's a lot of product in there. So even though technically it is single use, it's not really. So I think maybe by the end of May, dare I say it, maybe I will have used up both of these. I need to go back to bed. Okay, next let's talk about the Fern Cotton Happy Place Calm Body Mist. So let me show you. This is where we were at the end of March and this is where we are now. So similar kind of usage from the month before, but I'm wondering, like, how did I use up so much in January? I used up twice as much in January as I have in any other month. And I'm not sure how. Last month I had 71 grams and I'm down to 57 grams. So that's another 14 grams gone and we are making consistent progress. Okay, I have one more product that I am checking in on today and it is the Elegant Touch Rapid Dry Nail Polish Spray. It really does sound almost done. And yet it is still here. Okay, so at the end of last month I had 59 grams. And I'm down to 57 grams, which is a change of 2 grams. Not great, but the majority of that weight is in the packaging, not in the product. 3 more uses maybe. Okay, so 0 additional products scratched off my Project Pan list this month. I have to remind myself that progress is progress. I am going to lay down again now. Thank you so much for watching. Remember that you are enough just as you are. I love you so much and I will see you next time.